I feel really honored to be recognized in the Hammond Sports Hall of Fame this year. Again, alluding to something that you spoke about earlier, being able to be part of those power teams that came through Hammond High School, 1972 through 76. Some of the powerhouse names, Dwayne McClendon, Randy Harrison, Rich Hudson, Brian Banks, John Randall, Ronald Mercer, and I could go on. And it was just an honor to be named in the same breath with those guys. So just an exciting evening.
Now, did you think this would ever happen for you?
Well, when I found out about the Hall of Fame, I was hoping that one day I would get recognized. And it's quite funny, a couple of my friends would always watch the newspaper and see they inducted, 8 people, and they asked me, was I in it? And I said, well, no, I'm not. And they said, well, what do you need to do to be in it? I said, I didn't have a clue. So they did all the investigative work and nominated me. And now it worked out. 5-6 years later, it worked out that I get inducted. So,
can you tell us what it was like when you were transitioning into the college game?
It was, the game was a lot faster when you got to the college game. I was a scholarship athlete, and the premise was a little different. In high school, you were playing for pride and that kind of stuff. When you got to college, it was more so, if you don't want to do what we want you to do, we'll take the scholarship, send you home. And so it was a lot of pressure on the college level. The game was a lot faster. But after a year, I adjusted and had a pretty good career.
Mm-hmm. And how has your upbringing in Hammond developed the rest of your adult years and your middle age, et cetera?
You know what, Ted? I would say that I came up in a great period in Hammond. We had people like your parents and my parents and the Jaspers, and it was just a myriad of families in Hammond who kind of raised us. The old saying that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, we experienced that. At least I felt that we experienced that. And so Hammond was really good for me. I mean, whenever I go somewhere and they ask me where am I from, I say Hammond, Indiana. They say, where's that? Well, it's right outside of Chicago. Mm-hmm. So I love Hammond, always have.
Any closing comments?
Yeah, I would like to say that this has been a wonderful experience for my family, for myself. I'm in awe of what happened tonight, and hopefully there'll be another class that comes next year that'll have the same experience or even a better experience. But with that, I want to say thank you to you also, Ted, for chronicling this event. And tell your brother that I know he wasn't here, but he was here in spirit. He sent me an email to tell me so.
Right on, cool.
All right.
All right, thanks, Rich.
Thanks, I appreciate it.